All right, folks. Yesterday we talked about the GameStop split. All right, the GameStop stock split and the dividend attached to it coming, which could be a huge buying pressure coming into both GameStop stock and AMC stock. Which ultimately we know the buying pressure means the stock going up. But at which point is the stock price going up enough for them to get out, or at least for the small players from the short selling space to start getting out, to start rushing out the door, so that we can see those millions of shares that are fake being now bought back by them, because a short seller is always a future buyer, and we starting to get paid, right? So I also finished that video by saying we need to manage our expectations. And that I was gonna wanna dive into a little bit further in this video. Why? Because we've been here almost 2 years. We're going on our 2 years, right? And for the last 2 years, since we hit 72 bucks a piece, we've been constantly putting expectations on events, on market conditions, on a stock market crash, which we had. Between June 2021 and now, we had at least 3 stock market crashes, but AMC did not act as a beta, meaning AMC did not went to the moon when the market was tanking. As a matter of fact, AMC tanked a little bit further than the market because it's part of a bunch of ETFs and funds that are also buying that automatically. So when the money is coming out and the market is selling off, those funds will also sell off AMC stock. So far, when it comes to the SEC rules, which I don't even want to get into the SEC now after the video they made because this is total BS, but maybe we're going to talk about it one day. Besides that, we also have what? The Evergrande thing, which did not really unfold totally, and I talked about it previously in the video. So we have a bunch of things that we were under the impression that it is going to cause this and this and this and this to happen for the stock to literally go to where we want it to go. But so far, it didn't quite happen. Why? Not because we're not buying, because we're still buying. AMC is still one of the favorite and one of the top stocks to be bought on all brokerage companies, all brokerage platforms, not only here in the US, but abroad. We've seen a lot of glitches. And the latest one was from Fidelity that was actually giving price of $1,450 a share of AMC, which if things were to be done properly months ago, this is the price at which AMC would have been trading, because of the millions of people still buying and holding, and just few people selling, and those few are sitting in just a dark pool, which represents what? Sometimes 70% of the total volume, which makes no sense at all right? So I guess my point is, we all know where AMC is going, all right? We all know what AMC is supposed to do, and I have no doubt in my mind and in my gut, in my brain, looking at the facts, looking at where the market is going, look at where the economy is going, looking at everything we've been uncovering and refreshing and updating, that this stock is supposed to skyrocket. The only difference now, from me personally, and this is what I want to, this is the takeaway I want you to have, from where we were in 2021 and now we are right now, there are so many things that happen in between that I don't want to be a dreamer anymore. I want to be realistic, because I'm evolving as an investor, and as an AMC shareholder, I'm also evolving, because things are happening in this stock and in the market that makes no sense at all. Why? Because manipulation is still out there and it does exist. And I don't think anytime soon this will go totally away. I think something's going to cause this stock to skyrocket, coming from a mix of different catalysts, different events, different things. And one day, just like this, we're going to wake up and see this thing started, flying. But it doesn't mean necessarily that the shorts, the hedges, the government, the SEC, which by the way, now we clearly know is not working for us. It's not protecting retail investors, all right? All of these guys, all of these different parties are not going to have our best interests at heart. That's why we need to be smart and always keep one step ahead of the shenanigans that they can pull in order to pull rug us. So I'm just calling on us and everybody holding AMC stock to be just realistic in terms of expectations. Again, this is going to fly, and it's going to fly high. The only question is, Are you ready to be quick? Are you ready to be fast? Are you ready to react fast enough when we are in the midst of the squeeze in the moon, not to totally crush this thing, because you will regret it your whole life. And I've been there before with other plays. I've been there before and it sucks. And I don't want that for you, for any one of you, because it does suck. All right. Now, by managing expectation, what do I mean? I mean, okay, if we were thinking AMC will go to, I don't know, $15,000 or maybe $10,000 or maybe $8,000. I think right now, even if the potential is still out there and still, very, much accurate, based on what I just said, the chances of the high being hit has reduced significantly, because the other side is not going to let this go easily based on what we've seen so far. Do you think the SEC playing us, mocking us, ridiculing us, making fun of us with a video that is sponsored, gives you the impression that they have our best interest at heart to protect the investor? They removed the buy button in June. Why do you think they can remove the sell button? Why do you think they can do that? They've done that. Nothing happened to anybody. Few little players get a fine here and there, like $125,000 for a small online platform for misleading investors with AMC and GameStop. But that's it. But you know what? $125,000 for them is like a revenue in a week or maybe a few days. It means nothing, because the big fishes are still out there pretty much doing whatever they can and whatever they want. All right? So based on that, I'm being a lot more careful than I was back in June 2021. So when this thing hits a certain number, which is my number, and that is why, I think we should always all have a pretty good and smart exit strategy. Of course, AMC can go to in infinite highs, unimaginable highs. No doubt about it. That's not the point. The point is, will they let us win when it's time for us to win? Because for the last again, they've done that, nothing happened to them. So I have my exit strategy in mind, and I made a bunch of video out there. If you haven't, please watch them. Please go ahead and check on the YouTube channel. And once it hit my price target, I'm out, because you don't know what may happen. They can remove the sell button. They can prevent us from transferring the money out from the brokerage accounts. They can do a lot of things. They can halt it and it drops 500%. I don't know. They can pull something like they did and nothing will happen to them. So I want to be smart, and that's my message in this video, folks. Please take that with real attention, because I think it's pretty much the whole history of this play.